MYD Heart is proudly brought to you by NHP. NHP, we are about you.
99 FM, welcome to Boss Master Your Destiny Heart. And I promised you earlier, we're getting fit, we're getting healthy, starting from not just enjoy the body and us, the mind and the spirit all has to work together. And that's why, of course, I have to bring someone on board to help us do just that. Trainer and nutrition coach, Emily Kandanga. Hey, Hein.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
I'm so great. I was asking you off air, how was your weekend? And you went, was that even a weekend?
Well, honestly, you blinked and it's over. It's over.
Indeed. Let's jump straight into it. In terms of, the fitness journey, how important is self-love and self-acceptance, especially in the pursuit of fitness and wellness?
I think self-love is so very important, and it's it's something that needs to get more attention. More of us need to take the time to sit with ourselves and figure ourselves out, figure out what makes us tick, figure out how we can things that we can tweak so that we can propel ourselves into our potential, into our true potential, so that we can really be living the life that we're meant to be living in every aspect, with relationships, with work, and most importantly with yourself. So I feel like self-love, man, it's something that it's never ending. We're always on this journey too. Every single day, in every way, in every year, you'll see yourself growing. You think back at a moment and how you used to react in a certain way, and how now you handle it completely different. And you're like, man, that's growth. And there's nothing more
so
beautiful than
when
that.
you see yourself actually growing.
I love that. I love sitting there and I'm like, wow, I totally handled that way differently than I would have
a good 2 or 3 years ago. I love what you how you put that, because a lot of times I personally had this notion is I will love myself when I've lost the weight, when I have done this, when I once reach the goal. But from hearing you talk, it's like no, we love and then we pursue,
and then you also find that you love yourself through the journey. So if you're telling yourself, or you learn to love yourself through the journey, so if you're telling yourself you're going to love yourself when you hit a goal or be whatever body fat, then it's like you're totally missing the picture of all those little tidbits you could be learning, you could be growing through in the journey. And I always think it's so important that we rather focus on where we are, exactly where you are, and enjoy that process. Enjoy whatever you're struggling with. If you're struggling with something, enjoy that struggle, because you're not going to struggle with it. In like 2 weeks, you'll probably be able to do it flawlessly. Push-ups. I know women feel like this with push-ups. It's just like, it's okay. It's okay to do them on the knees. It's okay to do it completely flat to the floor. It's okay to modify until you build up to where you want to be.
And speaking of the daily things we need to do, how do we then show up for ourselves? Like you say, celebrating the struggles, girl. Because whenever I do a burpee, I feel like a sack of potatoes. But that's the starting point. So now I have to. I'll remember. Just enjoy the struggle. Enjoy the struggle. How do we do that? How do we show up for ourselves daily?
I think we have to show up for ourselves by looking at all the different aspects that make our health. It's not just one thing. It's not just exercise. It's not just sleeping well. It's not just getting your water in. It's not just what you eat. All of those things have to come together. So I would say try and show up for yourself in different ways in each of those aspects, and you've already got a good thing going. If you're eating your vegetables every day, you're drinking your water, you're making sure you're getting enough sleep. Sleep is so important. We don't realize that when we don't get enough sleep, we put our body under so much stress, immediately. Where our cortisol levels shoot up, and we're just not functioning the way that we should be. And this can be repaired by just sleeping.
Really?
So make sure you're getting enough sleep, people.
Girl, I think a lot of us are guilty, especially the Generation Z millennials, the whole binge watching, phenomena that we're on. And now with COVID working from home, our sleep patterns are off whack. So hearing you say that, you're paining me right now. Okay.
Sleep. Okay. It is a beautiful way to love and take care of yourself. Sleep, the same way it is to drink water. And make sure you're getting some movement in. Find what you like and do that. Okay? You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Stop trying to fit that and just figure it out for yourself. It's even more beautiful when you're able to create something special and unique for yourself. So
it gets a bit overwhelming, because on the point of just what you've just mentioned, now stop doing what everybody else is doing. My friends started running. I was like, maybe I should start running. But I hate it with a passion. from the gut and the core. It's just, but you think you should do it because, oh, everybody's doing it. You see someone else doing weightlifting. Oh, they say muscle burns fat.
Yeah, let me get some muscle. Yeah. Ooh.
So it's like you're finding the pleasure and the joy in things. So I like that. What do you think is one of the biggest mistakes? I think I've just mentioned my big mistake is getting on every fad. But what are some of the big mistakes that people do in their pursuit to fitness and health?
That is one. You pointed out a good one. And also just trying to eat the whole pie, I would say.
Yeah.
Trying to just make everything happen right away. Trying to be like this amazingly functioning human who gets all the correct hours of sleep, who is on top of the water. All those things are not going to be realistic. It's not how life is.
Okay.
But to just show up in different ways, like I said, is just more than enough.
Okay.
And your body will respond, your mindset, you'll feel different, you'll feel good about yourself, you'll be able to show up differently for different areas of your life, which I think is so amazing how that mindset transfers into your real life. You're able to really be who you're supposed to be, because I feel like confidence is something that keeps a lot of us back and quiet and shy. And I know because I was one of those people. I was like, I rarely would be like, oh yeah, no, I got something to say. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I might have something to say.
Yeah. I'm taking up space. What's that book? Cheryl Crow. I'm leaning in. It's funny you mention the concept of mindset, because what also gives us a bit of anxiety is this whole notion of, oh, it takes 20 days for a habit to form, so get it right. I have to exercise every day, drink water every day, sleep. So you're right, like having to eat the entire pie all at once because I'm trying to create a new mindset.
Yeah.
And if I don't do it, I might not get to that new mindset, So how do we easily transition without so much pressure on ourselves?
So break it down into bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
And I would say really take the time to figure out what it is that you like to do when it comes to movement and explore. There are many different classes that you can actually try in Vinta. You'd be surprised if you just did a good Google search and did your homework and found out and try different things. Try and surround yourself with people who are supportive of your journey rather than criticizing and like, what are you doing? Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
You do need to have a supportive community around you, because it just makes you feel like you're not this crazy person doing this thing that's like way out on the limb, when you're really just taking care of yourself, which is something that we should all strive to do.
Second nature, even has come off as second nature. Now, girl, you're a trainer, and I know you're always challenging people. So what's the challenge that you would like us to try for, especially for this month of live?
Oh, jeez. I would say what I've been saying since I came here, which is just for you to show up in different aspects of things that matter to you, things that will make you a better person, things that will help you be better, feel better, look better. Just take care of yourself, because when you are, like, what do we always say about the glass half full? You need to pour from something that is well taken care of and of substance, and you actually can give of your time and of your skills and of whatever it is that you need to give to people from a place of love and genuine care rather than stress. Because I feel like a lot of people walk around with just stress and they just spew it on everybody, and it's like, it's not our problem. Like, we all need to get our ish together.
Stop bleeding on me. Come on now. Slashing wrists and bleeding all over the place. What happens then when we get into a funk, because the momentum goes and then somewhere, somehow, whether it's life or your mindset or however you hit that. So how would you
I feel this so much. I love this question, because I get to this point a few times during the month. I'll be like on a high and I'm feeling good, I'm sleeping well, I'm taking care of myself, and then one morning I just wake up and like things just aren't clicking, like it's just not clicking, and I'm just like, what is happening? I'm trying to figure it out. I think there's nothing I can like put my finger to, and then I just take the moment to say, you know what, well, it's fine. I allow myself that grace and whatever it is, like, to feel the way I need to feel without trying to change it. And I just like kind of stew in it, and I'm like, okay, eventually I'm gonna get over it, because there's really no problem. It's just like one of those things. And I feel like maybe we just need to like be a little uncomfortable like that sometimes. And just like, it's character building. Just sit in it and just push through it. Because at the end of it, you're gonna be smiling again. You always will be.
I feel like everything is about that. You were like, listen, enjoy the troubles, okay. Love yourself, okay. Just be patient with yourself, okay? And then challenge yourself. So, okay. And then you just do it all. When you hit a slump, just do it all over again.
Just repeat.
Yeah. I love that.
I
I just summarized what Emily's saying. But I don't need to summarize because she's going to tell us how we can follow her, where we can go to if we want to join the movement and the fitness and the things. So, how do you do it?
Awesome. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all on Emily Kandanga. I just have a simple handle there, nothing fancy, easy to find.
Yeah, no. At Fitness for Life, and we throw you with
Everybody must exercise. No, nothing that deep. At Emily Kandanga, and yeah, you can check us out. By us, I mean Sweat Fitness, the business that I own. You can check us out on sweatfitnessnamibia.com.
Nice.
And yeah, that's it.
Sweatfitness.com, loving it. Girl, you gonna see me soon. You know, they said we must not say like 2021 is your year.
No.
So what I'm going to say is Emily Kandanga is mine.
Didn't they say that the flies claimed it because no one did? I died when I saw it. I was like, it's so true. The flies are everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, but it is. It'd be the truth. It'd be the truth. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
And looking forward to having you back again. You're just such a joy to have and a wealth of information, really. And you just gave my heart and my fitness a hug.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for having me.
Because the anxiety that goes into trying to get fit.
Yeah.
Oof, and it shouldn't be this, you know.
Yeah.
Stressful. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And that was You Master Your Destiny Heart with trainer, nutritionist, coach Emily.